What is up, my buttery biscuits? Y'all, I feel like I just like took off all of April. I feel like I really didn't upload much because I was so busy. I had like 7 birthdays going on and I just felt like I was doing stuff literally the whole month long and I was just all over the place. So I was a little bit missing, but this month I am going to step it up and I'm going to upload more. Also, too, before we jump into the video, I do want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. The first thing I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on is I kind of wanted to do a weekly thing here on my channel called like Sip and Spill, where I'll sit back and have a couple drinks and kind of do like a recap of what has happened within the week. Like maybe I'll upload it on like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know which day yet, but I want to do it like a weekly thing to where I'll just talk about what's happened in pop culture over the past week, whether that be from like 90 Day Fiance or like beauty related drama or like I said, pop culture, whether it be like celebrity related stuff. I really don't know. Maybe it'll be a mixture of everything. I wanted to see how you guys would feel about that. I'm sure the name Sip and Spill is probably already taken, but I was just like, oh, that sounds like a cute little weekly thing that I can do just to have fun, have a couple drinks, sit back, relax, and just talk about what's been going on because y'all know that I like to talk. Y'all know I like to gossip too. Let's just keep it real. So I was like, I thought that would be really fun. And on top of that too, as I let you guys know a couple months ago, I'm like, I don't really know which direction to take my channel in. I feel like I'm kind of like at a loss. As I told you guys before, like for the first time in 3 years, I'm like, I don't know which direction I want my channel to go in. Oh my gosh, I got a lash dangling here. Because I really do miss doing makeup stuff on my channel, but then I do notice that every time that I do makeup related stuff on my channel, it's kind of like, it doesn't really get that many views. And it sucks because I genuinely love reviewing products. But I still am going to do them. Like I do have a couple reviews planned actually for this month. I have like 3 planned already that I'm going to be doing this month. And I'm like, you know what? If it doesn't get views, it's all good. But I just have fun doing it. But then I'm not going to make it like a regular thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like obviously if I'm going to be applying so much work into this and putting hours into the editing and buying the products and all that good stuff, then obviously there does need to be some type of return. And I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Obviously, if there's no views, then I'm not going to be getting paid for that. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I will be doing some reviews, but then please let me know what you guys feel about this like sip and spill type of thing. Like I said, I'm sure the name has been taken, but I'm like kind of thinking about it as like kind of like a mini podcast. Like maybe it'll be like 20 to 30 minutes long and like every single week just talking about what's been going on, kind of like a rapid fire of what's happened within pop culture within the week. Do you know what I'm saying? All wrapped up into one video and me chillaxing, having a couple drinks. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that'll make it more fun. I don't know. Anything with drinks to me is more fun. Just saying. Anyways, y'all, another thing that I want to talk about before jumping into this video, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and opinions about this as well too, because I was like, I don't know how to feel about this. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe because I'm a man, like I just kind of like, I don't get it. But everybody's popping off online about Michaela Nogueria because I guess she did kind of like a prom makeup video and she said, oh, just in case you lose your V card. I was thinking about doing a video about this, but then I was kind of like, I'm being honest with you guys. I kind of felt uncomfortable talking about that because I'm like, once again, I am a man and I feel like that's geared towards like prom girls and I'm 33. So I'm just like, I think I'm a little bit too old to be talking about that, but I did want to get your guys' opinions about this because I was a little bit lost because I don't know if that's kind of how like, you know, girls talk to like their little cousins or their little sisters. Do you know what I mean? Because I really did stop and think about this and I was like, I kind of feel like my sister would talk to like her little sister about that, to be quite honest with you. But I'm just kind of like, would you do that to millions of people? Like, I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, putting out the wrong message out there. Do you know what I mean? And I do have to say, obviously, I know Michaela is like 10 years younger than me, but I have to say for me, I just feel like that's super awkward. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was like, I don't even really feel comfortable making a full video about it, but I did want to get your guys' opinions about it because I don't really know. Like, is that a bad thing? Was it inappropriate? Should she not have done that? Should she not have said that? A lot of people are saying that she just went way too far now, and I just am really kind of lost at that. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I feel like that was geared like a girl on girl type of conversation, so I just didn't really know. I was like, I don't know. So anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about that. One last thing, I apologize. It's been a hot minute since I talked to you guys, so there's just so many things that I need to talk to you guys about. I do apologize for not uploading a video this past Sunday onto my travel channel. It's because my brother actually left to the UK for 2 weeks, so he'll be gone. So I did need to skip a week to balance it out because we just don't have enough videos left. I do have one more Virgin Voyages video left where we did go to the Bahamas and we did go to the DR. And I was going to actually put that into one video, but being that he's going to be gone for 2 weeks, I'm splitting it up into 2 videos so that way it kind of balances it out so that we don't miss 2 weeks of videos. So we will be back to uploading this coming Sunday, but sorry for last week, but it's like I had to do that, you know, and then we'll have new videos coming. So that is it. Yeah, make sure you guys click the link down below and head over to that second channel and subscribe over there because there is new videos coming. Let me shut up. Obviously, as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be talking about Manny MUA and his concealer drama, which I just want to say like right off the bat, we'll get into the details of things, but I'm just like, this is so dumb. Like, I really do feel like this is so blown out of proportion. I do feel like this is just like people on the internet like really got time. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, me on the internet, I like to talk. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna make a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it's really not that big of a deal, in my personal opinion. But we will be talking about it within today's video. So, yeah. Let me shut up. Let me stop rambling. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, that was like the longest intro of my life. I'm just like, woo! I had so much to talk about, and if I'm being quite honest with you guys, I feel like there's so much more I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about like the new 90 Day the Other Way, y'all. I don't know why I'm just so invested in this show. I'm like, y'all know I love 90 Day Fiance, don't get me wrong, but this one specifically, my mind is all over the place with Debbie and Osama and Rishi and that girl, I forget her name, Rishi and whatever. And then, oh my gosh, the couple from Egypt, Mood, and I forget the other girl's name. But I'm just like, y'all, this season is like, it got me really gagged. I'm like, honestly, y'all, I want to start doing 90 Day Fiance videos because I'm just so invested in this season. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's so crazy to me. Like, it's so crazy that I almost feel like it's fake. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, wait, this is just such a trip to me, y'all. Like, just really, really fast. Can we talk about Osama telling Debbie straight up that he's like, you're gonna marry me and take me back to the US. If you don't, then I'm breaking it off. Like, we're stopping right here unless you take me back to the US. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the first time in 90 Day history where somebody was so straight up into saying, I'm just using you for a green card. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyways, let me shut up about that. Let's go ahead and talk about Manny MUA, y'all. So I was gonna play a clip from Full Coverage Podcast because they did talk about this, and I believe like last week's episode from Coachella. But then I realized recently when I talked about a Jeffree Star podcast, right? He was in like the episode Chicks in the Office or something like that with Barstool Sports. Oh my gosh, it took me like 4 days to upload that video because I had to keep on changing it because it kept on getting a like copyright claim on it. And I'm like, this is literally fair use. So I was like, let me not take anything from the Full Coverage Podcast and just tell you guys. Obviously, you guys can go and check out the full episode if you want to. But Manny MUA did say that he was actually invited to Coachella with Urban Decay, basically for their new Quickie Concealer. And then he messed up because a girl ran into him, and she did work for the PR team, I do believe, or like the social media team for Hourglass. And she did ask him to make a video because he did say that he loves the Hourglass concealer and that he's actually wearing it. Turns out, though, that he actually said within that same day, within that same outfit, that he was wearing the Quickie concealer. Now, here's the thing about this. I'm going to play his full TikTok because he did address this on TikTok. But I do want to say before getting into that TikTok where I'm just like, first of all, I literally already understood completely where he was coming from because as you guys know, for the longest period of time, I love to mix my foundations. I mix foundations, I mix powders. I literally wear like a smorgasbord of stuff on my face, and I very rarely will wear just one thing. Do you know what I mean? Say, for example, like before, I used to love the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Foundation, but I would mix it with the Giorgio Armani. Recently, I've been into the Huda Beauty, not Huda Beauty, sorry. The oh my gosh, Hourglass, Jesus Christ. The House Labs Foundation mixed with Giorgio Armani. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always like to mix because I feel like it kind of makes my perfect combo. And recently, I've actually been obsessed with the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation, and I've been mixing that with the Giorgio Armani. So it's just kind of like, I don't know, you take things from certain things and mix it, and it just kind of makes like your perfect combo. Now, I do want to say before jumping into this, he did obviously make a mistake by telling the girl that he would even create a video for Hourglass. But I understand him on that because, y'all, I've been put into some weird situations before, like where people would be like, can you send a video to my cousin? And I'm like, I'm so tipsy right now because I always run into people at the bar and I'm like, yo, I'm so tipsy right now. Like, I'm like, what? But I do it because I feel like if I say no, then I'm going to come off like a bitch, and I don't want to come off like a bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, let me just do it. But then I'm like, I kind of feel uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like with him though, I feel like he really should have thought about this because he obviously was invited there by Urban Decay, which means they're either paying him or they're paying for his full trip or they're paying for like all of his expenses. I don't really know how that works because clearly I'm not that popular, so I'm not invited to those types of things. But obviously it is kind of like a contractual obligation, which I do feel like is going to look bad on his end to Urban Decay. But then also at the same time, I do understand what he was saying. But so many people were calling him a liar, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I don't take that as being a liar whatsoever because, y'all, there has been several times, and I swear to you that I have literally done this, where people will be like, oh my god, your skin looks so good, what are you wearing? And I'll be like, the Luminous Matte Foundation. And then like an hour later, somebody will be like, your skin looks so good, what are you wearing? And I'll be like, oh, I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. And I'm like, I mix them. Do you know what I mean? But then sometimes I feel like telling people that I mix them, that is just like too much. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, let me just tell them the product that I think that they'll like the best. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make any type of sense? Obviously here on the channel, I'll tell you guys like I mix this, and that because we're all like makeup lovers and stuff like that. But people on an everyday like basis, they're like, I'm not gonna go buy two $50 foundations or a $70 foundation mixed with a $50 foundation. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like, I completely understand where he was getting at. I do feel like it sucks that he said within his TikTok that he is a people pleaser, which I can relate to. And being a people pleaser just, ooh, it screws you over. It really screws you over in the long run. And I do feel like he obviously learned his lesson from this. But so many people were blowing it up and saying like he is just so shady and such a liar. Anyway, so that way you guys can hear from his own mouth. His own mouth. I'm gonna go ahead and play his TikTok right here. So go ahead and check it out.
Y'all, I'm in drama. I have not been in drama in so freaking long. It feels weird. Let me give you guys a little breakdown of what happened. See, what had happened was I was at Coachella and someone asked me to make a video for them. Being the chronic people pleaser that I am, I agreed. And it was about what concealer I was wearing. I was gone with the wind and I forgot I was wearing 3 concealers. And then it turned into, Manny, you're a lying ass bitch. What? Because in my Get Ready With Me, I only showed 1 of those concealers. I went into more detail on my YouTube channel and the podcast if you guys want to hear more about the details of it, but that's essentially the gist. And who do I see on every single drama channel's thumbnail? Me! I said, what in the 2016 is going on? To be honest, I used to be in drama kind of a lot back in the day when I was more immature, but that's the old me, I swear. On a serious note, it really has been a long time. So now in dealing with drama, my perspective has actually changed a lot. On one hand, I just care a lot less than I used to, and I think it's because I'm getting older. And on the other hand, I don't want a narrative to be spread about me when I'm not even involved in the conversation. You know, I want to be able to speak my piece now too. At the end of the day, you guys, you're not going to be able to please everyone, and that was a really tough pill for me to swallow when I first learned that life lesson. I'm pretty sure this is not the last time I'm going to be in drama, but every time I am in drama, I try to take something valuable from it and try to learn a life lesson. The one I learned from this one, I would say, is setting better boundaries for myself. Because if I did, this would have never happened. So my advice, if you get into any drama, address it sincerely, learn something from it, and then honestly just move on. We're all gonna fuck up. We're all human. All you can do is learn from your mistakes and move forward.
So there you guys can see for yourself. I'm just kind of like, okay, this was blown so far out of proportion. I'm just kind of like, okay, so many people will mix 2 concealers, 2 foundations, multiple powders, multiple blushes. Like how many people put on a cream blush and then put a powder blush on top of it? Do you know what I mean? Or say, for example, there'll be some people out there who will literally mix like 3 or 4 different blushes or 3 different bronzers. It's like, are you going to list them all out to like every single person that you meet? Do you know what I mean? Also, I do want to say I don't have the original TikTok where the girl from Hourglass posted the TikTok. I tried to look for it on Twitter, but I could not find it. I saw it somewhere and I just really don't remember where. I don't know if it was like on like an Instagram reel or Facebook reel or something. I don't know. Basically, she just like kind of like did a little reenactment where she did go up to Manny MUA and be like, oh my God, your skin looks amazing. What are you wearing? And he said the Hourglass Vanish concealer or whatever. Actually, ironically enough, I think it's the one that I just tried out in my new video, which of the stuff that I bought from Sephora, which it's kind of funny because I didn't really like it too much. It emphasized too much texture for me. It was like too full coverage for me. Anyways, that is it. To give you guys my full thoughts and opinions, I really just feel like this thing was super blown out of proportion. But I do want to say this, though. I am a little bit curious about how Urban Decay felt about this situation because obviously this video did get blown up and drama channels did pick it up and everybody was talking about it. So I really do wonder if they were like, kind of like, you know what? That's really messed up that you're going to go and say that you're wearing that when we brought you here. We probably paid you to be here. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I was Urban Decay, I'd be like, excuse me? You know what I mean? Also, I want to know too, only because I just don't know how this type of thing works. I wonder if that's kind of like a contract breach. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if like he got in trouble by the brand for that. I'm just so curious about these things. If you guys have any insight about that, please let us know down in the comments. That is it for this video. Sorry that I rambled so much, y'all. I'm just like, woo, I got a lot to talk about. Anyways, let me shut up. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.